Hi everyone, this is our second video related to structure of DNA. In this video we are going to discuss about base pairing rules, Chargaff rules and types of DNA. Let us start our topic with base pairing rule. What base pairing rules tells us, purines always pair with pyrimidine. This is the thing which is going to help us identifying sequence of other strand of DNA by knowing the sequence of one strand. What I mean to say, अगर हमें एक DNA strand की नाइट्रोजनस बेस की सीक्वेंस का पता है तो बेस पेयरिंग रूल्स की हेल्प से हम दूसरे स्ट्रैंड की नाइट्रोजनस सीक्वेंस को बता सकते हैं. How many purines are present in DNA? Two types of purine, that is adenine represented by A and guanine represented by G. Similarly, pyrimidines are also two in DNA structure. One is thymine represented by T and another is cytosine represented by G. What the base pairing rule tells, that is purine always pair with pyrimidine. So according to this, A is purine always pair with pyrimidine T with the help of 2 hydrogen bond. Similarly, G is purine always pair with pyrimidine C with the help of 3 hydrogen bond. And to understand how this base pairing help in identifying the sequence of nitrogenous base on other strand of DNA, if we know the sequence of one strand, let us understand this with the help of example. Here I am going to draw the structure of one strand of DNA which is showing the polarity of 5', 3'. What are the base sequences present on this strand? A, T, A, T, G and C. According to base pairing rule, the another strand of DNA which is showing the polarity 3', 5', because both strands are anti-parallel to each other. According to base pairing rule, in front of this A, thymine is present on the another strand and joined together with the help of 2 hydrogen bond. In front of T, A is there joined together with the help of double hydrogen bond. In front of A, T is there and joined together with the help of 2 hydrogen bond. T paired with A, G paired with C with the help of 3 hydrogen bond, C paired with G with the help of 3 hydrogen bond. So what we are observing here, if we know the base sequence on one strand of DNA, base pair rule tells us the nitrogenous base sequence present on the other strand of DNA. So the two strands are complementary to each other. Both the strands are complementary to each other. Why they are complementary to each other? Because sequence of one, you automatically come to know the sequence of other strand also. अगर हमें एक स्ट्रैंड की सीक्वेंस का पता है तो दूसरे स्ट्रैंड पर हम उस बेस पेयरिंग रूल्स के अकॉर्डिंग नाइट्रोजनस बेस की सीक्वेंस का पता लगा सकते हैं. तो बोथ स्ट्रैंड्स आर एंटी पैरेलल showing the polarity in reverse direction and also complementary to each other. Now we discuss the Chargaff's rule. According to Chargaff's rule, A and T are equal, let us take with this example by counting A 1, 2, 3 and 4. Similarly, counting T 1, 2, 3 and 4. So A and T are always equal according to Chargaff rule. Similarly, what Chargaff rule tells, that is G is also equal to C. By counting the G, that is 1 and 2. By counting the C, that is 2 and 2. So G is always equal to C, because purine always pairs with pyrimidine. A is purine and T is pyrimidine, so A is always equal to T. Similarly, G is purine and C is pyrimidine, so their number is also same in the complementary strand of DNA. In both the strand of DNA. This rule is applicable only when DNA is double stranded, not applicable for single stranded DNA. What they said, A upon T, ratio of A over T is equal to 1. One and the same thing. If adenine is 4 in number, thymine is also 4 in number, so the ratio is equal to 1. Similarly, that is C upon G is also equal to 1. The number of G is 2 and C is 2 in this example. So it always comes equal to 1. So this was the interpretation given by Chargaff's rule. What they further said, third point, number of purines always equal to pyrimidines. प्यूरीन्स का नंबर pyrimidines के बराबर होगा. Naturally, purine always paired with pyrimidines, so their number is also equal. Chargaff rule was nothing else but interpretation of base pair rule in slightly different manner. But important thing is, Chargaff rule only applicable to double-stranded DNA only. Because of this rule, we can solve the questions always asked in board exam. What type of question? The question asked in board exam, given DNA strand, A is 20%. What will be the percentage of C? How can we solve this with the help of base pair rules or Chargaff rule? A is always equal to T. If here A is given 20%, so T would also be 20%. So out of 100%, 40% gone. What remaining? That is 60% distributed to guanine and cytosine. And we know guanine is always equal to cytosine. So 60 is divided into 2, that is 30% guanine and 30% cytosine is there. So according to base pair rule, we can find out the percentage of nitrogenous base if we know the percentage of only one nitrogenous base here. Now we discuss the types of DNA. Our next topic we are going to discuss here, that is types of DNA. On the basis of first type of DNA we discuss here is the basis of role of DNA or function of DNA. Two types of DNA exist in nature. The first one is the trophic DNA. What do you mean by trophic DNA? Which is responsible for all the activities except reproduction. जो reproduction में participate नहीं करता है पर body की बाकी सारी activities को perform करने में role play करता है, जैसे nutrition, excretion, all the metabolic activities of the body is performed by the trophic DNA. The another type of DNA is the genetic DNA. As the name indicate, is the one which gets inherited and responsible for reproduction, not involved in other functions of the body but involved in the reproduction processes. This type of division of DNA is not found in higher organism. Where we observe in the lower organism, the example is paramecium. What is the diagram of paramecium? The body is sleeper-like. What we observe in case of paramecium, there present two types of nucleus, macronucleus and micronucleus. Macronucleus consists of the trophic DNA, which is controlling the entire activities of the paramecium except reproduction, and micronucleus containing genetic DNA which is involved in reproduction. At the time of reproduction, this macronucleus degenerate and micronucleus divided in two by transverse binary fission. So macronucleus contains genetic DNA and trophic DNA controlling other activities of the body. Now we read another type of classification of DNA on the basis of number of base pair and coiling. 5 types of DNA exist in nature, that is A, B, C, D and Z. Number of base pair are different in all these 5 types of DNA. In case of A, 11 base pair are there. In case of B DNA, 10 base pair. In C, 9.3. 9.3 कैसे आता है? Somewhere in between 9 and 10 staircase are there. In D, 8 base pairs are there. And in Z, 12 base pairs are there. What type of coiling they are showing? A, B, C and D, all the 4 types are showing right coiling, and the 5th one Z is showing left coiling, that is anti-clockwise direction में ये turn करता है, इसकी coiling होती है. One more thing we are going to study here, one more feature related to DNA. What do you mean by palindromes? What are palindromes? Sequence of nitrogenous base on the 2 strand of DNA which we read same in same direction. What is the meaning of palindromes? Palindromes में हम दोनों डीएनए स्ट्रैंड पर नाइट्रोजनस बेस की सीक्वेंस को रीड करते हैं in the same direction. Whether we read in the 5' direction on one strand and another strand, we also read in the 5' direction. So it comes same. Either we read in the forward direction or backward direction, the sequence of nitrogenous base remains the same. This is known as the palindrome sequences. As in here, 5' 3' direction strand, the sequence is A A T T C G A A T T. On other strand, when we read this in the similar manner from 5' direction, that is A A T T C G A A T T. So on both the strand, when we read in the same direction, the nitrogenous sequences are same, showing the palindrome sequences. This is useful when we study the biotechnology. One more characteristic feature we are going to discuss here, that is the properties of DNA, that is denaturation. What is denaturation? When we treat the double-stranded structure of DNA at higher temperature, the weak hydrogen bond between them breaks down and both the strands of the DNA get separated. And when we cool down this, both the strands further join together and convert it into double-stranded structure. When we heat this at higher temperature, then this is known as the denaturation and both these strands get separated. And when we cool down this, nitrogenous base again forms hydrogen bonding and double-stranded structure again regain. This is called renaturation. This is all about in this video. Thank you so much.